welcome back, guys. We're here on the B stream for the Street Fighter 6 Gamers Day Invitational. I'm Lazarus. Joining me is still St. Color. We're still living out here. Thanks for sticking with us throughout the break. I hope you guys, obviously in the break, you can go catch the action on the A stream over at Gamers 8GG. Of course, that'll be going on continuously. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm actually on the side of my eye watching the other stream too as well. Make sure y'all are doing the same. There's a squad stream for that exact reason. We're gonna get our games over here right now. Angry Bird, my front runner, going up against Kills You. Yeah.
Okay, now this will be a good set, I am sure. I don't think I've ever really seen these two play yet. Obviously Kills You, the #1 jury in Europe right now, maybe the world, who knows. I'm not the one to make that decision, but definitely the best we have in our region. Sorry Casman if you're in the chat. And already got off to a great start, abusing that jury driver, getting in there, just punishing Angry Bird with his own strategy right now.
Look at that burnout already. See from the side of Angry Bird. Here's the throw though. Kills You. I've seen him work with that burnout and stay solid with the drive rush stand, heavy kick, dragon lash to trait. You have to be able to press, even if you are negative. Like try to swing back. You do not want to have that momentum.
That was kind of sick though. The anti-air jab on the Dragon Lash into the DP conversion. He is so ready for this matchup. I know there's a lot of good, obviously, very good Ken players around to get that practice in. Kane off the back of winning Brussels challenge. Also a Frenchman, probably gets a lot of practice with his kills. What a confirm into the EX tats. That works off of stand short. And it killed, man. That was kind of clean from Angry Bird, man.
He's been known for the cleanest Ken play in the business, which is wild to say because this character is definitely wild, not mild, just in general. Impact, oh my god, the perfect parry and the DI. He's gonna get that side switch. Oh wow. You'd think that he was gonna get clipped with that crouch to kick or commit to like fireball, but maybe that was the bait the entire time. A level 3 heavily scaled right here, but has that corner position. I don't know if Angry Bird meant to do that, but hey, you know what? He has him in the corner and it burned out. Maybe he was angling for that burnout damage. That's what he's going for, the burnout damage. Yes, okay.
You're right. I mean, that's why he literally had the two-step DI punish. He did DI, he did perfect parry, and then into DI to punish the DI. Like, he could have DI'd it back immediately, but the amount of drive gauge damage off the back of that, as I was saying about drive gauge damage, Kills You with the level 3 coming in. Gonna do grip damage and that drive gauge. The low forward, though, the perfect range from Angry Bird. Gonna be able to close this out with the level 1. Nice stuff.
Gotta imagine like that new change to be able to hit confirm as they were talking about.
Yes.
Maybe not even hit confirm, but being able to just like, tap the buttons to be able to get the drive rush right after like a button. It's so much easier. You're not like fully hit confirming, but you're definitely making it a little bit easier on yourself. Let's throw that crush to kick out and get reward.
Easier to buffer, I'd say. Much easier to buffer.
Yeah.
You can just stick it out. If they walk into it, you can get it out. Yeah, still low forward's not really hit confirmable in this game. They almost made sure of that, right? You can try. You can believe you can. I'm sure. But still very difficult thing to do right now. As Kills You, I mean, all Angry Bird's doing is just attacking Kills You's drive gauge. But that was a nice time to shimmy for Kills You. Gonna give him some space to build back that drive gauge. As I say that, you're gonna have to
walk away from that fireball. Yeah. Oh, dang. The top with the fireball. Okay, so during his stream, he was definitely talking about how there are many ways to play against the fireball. That should be a bait. No, he went for the throw. Bro, I thought he was going to at least go for the dash up parry. Was not very unfortunate. Isn't burnout here. Kills, you got to be careful. Drive impact might be able to open him up for a finish.
I like it though. When you block moves in this game, you do recover from burnout pretty quick. The last second DI and the last pixel of that knockback gonna give you the wall splat. There was no other time to DI. That neutral jump from Kills You just slightly like a second or two too early. If he did it a little bit later, he would have recovered, been able to block, but never mind.
We've seen Angry Bird go for a lot of attacks when these shimmy situations. And Kills You got to make more of this. We've not seen that cross to kick hit or any other buttons for this character. He's been given opportunities and not been able to take him. Crosscut DP lands almost in burnout. You mentioned this before.
What?
Angry Bird is burning people out continuously. He is aiming for their drive gauge before he aims for their health.
Literally, he could like press like slow. Oh my, coming at you, the nice confirmed level 3. Not gonna be enough. But yeah, he's just attacking the drive gauge, man. That's all his game plan is looking like against Jury specifically. He's just doing meaty fierce into special cancels. Like, okay, I'll do something incredibly safe. That was a really nice neutral jump though. Gonna punish the Dragon Lash from Angry Bird and a sick anti-air on the EX Tattoo to try and get out, and the stun. Very early. Obviously, that was guaranteed. Angry Bird with no meter. Okay, doesn't spend it though. And now Angry Bird has a chance to play.
Oh, you're going to regret that one. Because Angry Bird finds a finish, bro. I would be tight. No finish right there with that secret art to seal it, to leave them in the game, kills you. Unfortunately, got caught walking back with that crouch meter kick that we have pointed out continuously in the drive rush. Decided Angry Bird, why not just spin to win? Spin to win. Don't be cheap. We spin out here to stay in the game, all right?
I mean, I guess that's the problem with Jury, right? Only had the level 2. Level 1 wouldn't have been enough. And your level 2 is an install. So, you know, you're probably not going to be able to go with that. It was definitely tough. Like, that's probably why we didn't see the meter come out. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get to see in the highlights at some point that the life situation. But yeah, I mean, that's just Angry Bird. He had a strategy coming to the Jury. I think I saw Pax tweet, I think it was early today. He was like, Jury, no drive meter, bottom 1 character. And yeah, I think Angry Bird must have read that tweet and was like, oh, that's how you beat this character. You just drain her of her drive gauge and she can't drive rush anymore. Like, what's she gonna do?
Yeah.
And yeah,
well, she still has the dash, but yeah.
Almost every knockdown situation, rather than going for strike throw mix, he was just doing meaty fierce fireball and like, okay, what are you gonna do about it? And here, look at this, drive impact for the punish for the drive gauge damage. Again, going to level 3 for the drive gauge damage. And yeah, I think that was his game plan, and it, you know, worked a treat.
You know what's wild is that, you know, these first 2 situations that he actually does not like, I think they kind of benefit him quite a bit too as well. He can acclimate 2 long sets, but these first 2s when you're getting really aggressive, you're not even noticing that your drive gauge is getting deleted and depleted. You're like, dang, where did all this bar go?
Yeah,
this
exactly.
really helps him out. That aggressive style, I think, really helps him out. And we saw that air come through. We're gonna get to that portion of the you know, of this match, but we see him just looking for the drive gauge, just going for like drive impact right before you even get that stun. And there was a stun also that came on the side of Killzoo. He had that win. I feel like if you would have hit that, yeah, he definitely would have had. See, he would have had enough bar to get that kill after the level 2 with the extension. You know, maybe you had to go for like 1 more reset or whatever. But you know, if level 1 didn't kill, level 2 could have got that kill. All you had to do was spin to win, and he chose not to. And I guess it has to be one of those things where there's so much mental stack. You've been beaten and battered by this character, and you're just like, you just are so stressed that you forget that you have the bar at the bottom. You look down, you're like, dang, I could have.
I think you have to, like, against Angry Bird of all players, you have to go for the kill, like, in that situation, because you know if you get him a chance to play, even though it's your own offense, I mean, he's gonna make it feel like it's his turn, you know, because he's mixing you up, because his active defense is so good. And like I said, he caught, you know, kills you with that low forward, that Ken, the almighty low forward, walking back a lot of the time, right? They're looking for that shimmy, the DP, something like that, and then suddenly, you know, you're standing, low forward's gonna always reach, of course. And yeah, that's what we saw, and that's how Angry Bird managed to take it. And so far, so good for Angry Bird. Looked pretty unstoppable in his group.
Looking very similar to how he's playing at Evo. In fact, I'm not gonna lie, he looked maybe a little bit stronger than what he was in the Evo pools. I've watched some of his Evo pools, and I won't say they were all like shaky or anything like that, but like he looks a lot more confident in his game plans, in his play. Again, as you mentioned, aiming for the drive gauge continuously has been really his big thing. You know, kill the drive gauge, kill the character. And Jury without the drive gauge, she still has a fantastic dash, but compared to like drive rush, medium kick, medium punch, all those nasty things that she's got, it's not nearly as dangerous, right? So without those resources, without her levels, not as strong.
You don't even need to burn her out, right? All you got to do is decentivize her from wanting to drive rush in. Like, if she's only got 3 bars to work with, suddenly, you know, you lose access to the low forward drive rush cancels. Raw drive rushing now is a little bit riskier, because if it doesn't work out, well, now you're in a bad spot. And just in general, just like attacking the drive gauge just seemed to work out. And I think what would have been nice to see is a little bit more on the like perfect parrying side of things, like parrying to just have the drive gauge to work with. But anyway, we just watched Angry Bird. I think we are about to get a good production video for Big Bird coming up. I did like the one with Otani. That was fun. So hopefully Big Bird is just as good.
Big Bird burst onto the scene during the Street Fighter IV era, and has had strong showing after strong showing ever since. Starting as a local player in Abu Dhabi, he is now known all over the world for his dedication, passion, and talent at Street Fighter, having won multiple tournaments all around the globe.
Good stuff by Adil. 4-4.
His first win on Street Fighter V was at Geek Weekend 2017, where he defeated Phenom in Grand Finals. From there, he went on to win SEA Major, defeating Tokido to take the title.
Pushing. There it is. Big Bird. Your champion here at the Open Bracket SEA Major 2018 tournament over Tokido.
A valiant performance at the EVO World Championship scored him second place, losing only to his Red Bull teammate Bonchan in the finals.
Wow, a counter from Bonchan! He jumps back, he read it, and he takes it! Bonchan!
This loss only added fuel to the fire, which already burned strong. Big Bird went on to become a double champion, winning both EGX and the regional finals of the same weekend.
He's your back-to-back champion!
As now we've entered into the world of Street Fighter 6, Big Bird is not slowed down, already winning 2 major tournaments since the game's release in June this year. He grabbed first place at Slash and Dash Emirates Showdown and flew to South Africa to take home the trophy at the Red Bull Kumite. The challenge to stop him at Gamers 8 will be nothing short of a tall order.
We have seen Big Bird from Small Bird to Big Bird and how he's evolved.
They grow up so
Bro,
fast.
I cannot believe I forgot he looked like that. Now he's like a
It's mad.
Hulk and swole giant bird. He used to be like the tiniest weird haircut, bro. Like what happened? That's like the same kid. Like the same kid I've used to watch.
It's like Corviknight, man. The pre-evolution to Corviknight, the unassuming little pigeon turns into one of the most menacing OU mons you've ever seen. Anyway.
Oh man, that is wild. But what's gonna be wild is more of these sets coming through. Gamers 8 again. Street Fighter 6 Invitational has been super sick all the way through and super lit, as we have seen some of the best players, if not the best players, in this roster. We've already seen Angry Bird take down Killzyu with an, I don't want to say even new style, but just maybe further crafting his style of killing the drive gauge before killing the character. And I can't wait to see as these players progress and push the meta of what they'll give us. We've also seen a lot of people checking Drive Rush and challenging that, things with like jabs and things like that. I like how people have been fighting and finding ways to deal with the menace that's Drive Rush that people said could not be challenged, could not be reacted to. I'm seeing it here right now. I'm seeing it on PS5 setups right now.
It's good. I mean, they're definitely checkable, and I think people have gotten used to it, but there's also the mind game, right? I think Drive Rush into a button immediately that would otherwise whiff, but if you try and press a button to check it, it will stuff your button, and you see that mind game quite a lot being utilized, especially by characters with strong jabs, things like that, and especially with strong drive rushes like Ken's and Juri's. But yeah, it's the mind game around the drive rush is what makes the game so hype and interesting for me personally. And anyway, talking about hype and interesting, we got Big Bird. We just saw him evolve up from Small Bird into now up against Problem X on the Lily, of course, taking the first round.
So Problem X has done a little bit of work with Marisa. In fact, he's asked Big Bird for some tips. He definitely understands how to play this character, the matchup experience, but what's a matchup to a jump in with that amount of damage? Push, counter, throw.
Oh, it's over, man. 10 seconds. It's over.
It's over.
Oh my.
What happened?
He got one whip punish into safe jump, which was a bait, into the punish counter throw, into another whip punish. Death, man.
We just got here. We just got here.
Slow down, fellas.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to see some action, trying to see some games right here, trying to see some nooch, but there's none right now. One more hit to level 3. I think that should be able to be blocked, punished, waited, and baited. Easy bait of it, Big Bird. Doesn't even need the level 3. Expeditiously getting Grizzly up in the corner, mauling Problem X.
Oh, you hit that rematch way too fast. Never mind, maybe not. The Condor Spire to beat the Superman. Of course, it is airborne. Condor Spire, very fast for an anti-air as well. OD Condor Spire, and I like it. I do think Lily's pretty, is a good, personally, I think she's a good tournament character, right? Because she is relatively simple. Again, she has an easy to play game plan, right? You get your stocks, you force your plus frames, you force your mix-ups. You don't have to think about much else. You can focus on adapting to your opponents and things like that. But apparently, Big Bird's not even going to give you a chance to adapt. He wants to end it right here, right now. Great anti-air.
The air to air.
And waited. Oof.
Oh, dang, the parry finds a punch. Big Bird on set point with the quickness, bro. We can't even update the scoreboard. It's been going so quick, bro. He needs to be careful with that stand medium punch, or we see that stand medium punch, you know, out and about a little bit too often. He can Gladius or even drive impact that button. Probmax has been having some issues trying to find some pokes that'll reach and, you know, do some effort against his character. Look at that. The sweep too far out. He's like, bro, nothing's working out. We'll
This
find the stock
matchup
up, bro.
looks so hard, right? Like, he has no real good lows to contest any of the Gladius armor and things like that. So he's just having to swing with his other normals. Oh my god, double!
Double.
The block stance, just trying to bait something. Of course, I mean, look at your Marissa. If you just make your opponent make one wrong decision, we've seen what can happen.
It's one touch right now. Like, it's actually, okay, maybe not. One more. He'll go for the overhead. Yes, he does. Blesses the dome. Chris is the cranium. Peace be with you and also with you. All right, out of this match. It's a wrap, brother. Level 3. You know what it's about to be. She's dead. She's dead.
She's just a girl. Why would you do this, Marissa? I guess they don't care, man. Not in Sparta, not at all. Very impressive game number 2 from Big Bird, man. I mean, this guy, he didn't win the Red Bull Kumite for nothing, and we didn't have a whole feature on him for nothing. He's the real deal. He's the real deal. I think, again, he's one of these players got knocked out a little bit earlier Evo than he wanted to. A couple of unfortunate things. You know, 7,000 people tournament, that's going to happen, and is now on the international stage once again and wants to prove himself once again. And yeah, we're gonna see some highlights coming up. I don't know if there's much to see, man. There's gonna be a lot of Marissa doing a lot of damage. That was a good first round from Problem X, just getting his game plan going. But again, not having a good way to check the Gladius makes this matchup hard. And here's that safe jump bait, and again the throw bait into, you're just dead. That was, you know, there was so much more damage.
Yeah,
there,
you're just dead. That's the crazy thing, is there's more damage to be had from these level 3s. We don't get to see it happen all the time. Like, look at that. He still had level 3. He still had level 3. The pokes just not leading to too much. I mean, we did see a lot of the win stocks come through, but there wasn't much off because, you know, Big Bird was just doing Big Bird things and allowing that big boy damage to come through. Gladius to bust through. Waits right there, and then it stays optimal by going for the parry to get a little bit more bar. He didn't really need to, but that's how you know that he is a high-level Marisa player, maximizing every single situation that he is in, and this is how we got the win. That level 3, the Yuwa shock, yeah. Hotu no Kin, that was the end.
I mean, that's just like, he just ended that with very simple mix-ups, right? Drive rush, he went low, it hit. The second knockdown, he went, oh, I'm gonna do drive rush again, and this time I'm gonna go overhead. And it's just simple, but it's the mental stack, and we know that the mental stack is very difficult in this game.
You know what's also difficult? The fact that we have to take a quick break because we went a little bit too fast. Thanks, Big Bird. When we return, more Gamers 8 Street Fighter 6 action coming your way. Do not go anywhere. even more action will be hitting y'all right now as we're back at Gamers 8 Street Fighter 6 Invitational. My name is St. Cola. I'm joined with Lazarus, my guy. What do we have next up on the deck?
Why don't you tell me, St. Color? I think you got a better look at the schedule than me right now. You said it was Kakeru, right? We're finally going to get Kakeru on stream?
Yeah, on our stream. Heard he was doing some work over at the other stream, but he's going to be over here on the B side of things, going up against VX Bao. So we possibly seeing a JP mirror match, or if VX Bao wants to, we've seen him run the Ken over at a different tournament recently in China, where Zen was out there, DCQ was out there too as well. So I'm wondering if that's also another thing that he could play if he doesn't want to run the mirror match.
Yeah, for sure. I think if you don't want to run the mirror, which I could be completely understanding of, right? I mean, the JP mirror probably not the most inductive, not most fun, I imagine, if you're a JP player yourself. So you're going to be picking the Ken. Clearly thinks his character probably does a bit of work versus his character. Kakeru, this is my pick to take the Gamers 8 Invitational this weekend. This guy is incredibly strong. I mean, nearly being out Angry Bird in EVO top 6 winners side. Unfortunately, I think I stopped a little bit short than I think anyone was expecting. Won the Red Bull Kumite qualifier, last chance qualifier in Japan as well. Honestly, this guy is JP, probably the best in the world. And yeah, he's just a very, very strong as character. But right now, VX Bao showing how well he knows his own character, right?
Yeah, he does. And we see him drive rushing like the crouching medium punch. That's a hard button to whip punch just in general. We've seen everyone complain, me included, how hard that button is to deal with. We see drive rush as a deterrent, as a way to whip punch. Here we go, Kakeru finding his bearings and setting up the departure, trying to get the Pierce. There's that drive rush, medium kick, drive rush, stand Pierce, also good to get in against the Ghost. Here's the Buster, though.
Oh, okay. Doesn't quite get the cross cut, which does let Kakeru steal the corner, and you do not want to give the corner to JP. He's going to put the level 2, mainly stalling for time here, trying to get that. Oh, my, he just did level 2. Nothing. He just stood there. Of course, the throw was a big threat, as you were saying, and yeah, it was lights out for Kakeru there.
Yeah, all evened out. See if VX Bao can get in, can navigate all this miasma, the plasma. Oh, wow. Got clipped from the back door. Unfortunate. I want to see more of that perfect parry and drive rush right after it, because if you perfect parry, you drive rush and get in at the very least against Kakeru's JP.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting a lot better at that as they get the timing to perfect parry these projectiles. Of course, JP has ways to fake you out. You gotta be careful throwing the guy. You gotta be careful about hitting the guy as well. When that OD amnesia in the corner is a big threat, you're definitely at kill percent as well. Oh no, Kakeru missed the anti, big jumping coming at you. Bringing the heat. Is that gonna be enough? Will it kill? I don't think so.
I think it will kill. I'm gonna call it.
Oh,
no, we're still alive.
I'm 2 for 1. Let's go.
You're right.
Oh, 1 for 2. Never mind. And now you're in burnout with JP. He's gonna put up the level 2, bro, and then it's lights out. No,
you gotta be able to just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do level 2. Just do level 2. There you go. On hit after the Ghost. That's the most. He got the bar back, but the DP VX Bao. Are you kidding me? He teleported in. He thought he could get that mix to get the win. He said, "I'm gonna DP outside the skies, my boy." Damn.
Wow. I mean,
Someone
I think
give me that clip now.
He's a little bit too patient with that level 2, man. He was a little bit too patient. I think he should have went for it a little bit early. He wanted to make use of his drive gauge, right? Do as much chip as possible. But at the same time, again, that gave VX Bao the time to get his DP, his drive gauge back, which let him DP out there. Incredible stuff. Incredible first game going to VX Bao against Kakeru. Wow. Perfect parry. Jab strings, but no punish.
Not that bad of a deal, though. Kakeru has the lead. He has him in the corner. Drive rush overhead, blocks it out. Drive rush slight punch, backs away. Maybe looking for that OD play. Perfect parry on the Jinrai kick. The fact that he's looking out for that option means that Kakeru is so next level. He's going to get that pick with the OD goes. Should be the most in terms of the kill. No, it doesn't. Oh, my God, the damage. Yeah, do not eat a Dragon Lash into you loop for pressure right here in burnout. Okay, stays alive. All right.
Low forward from JP. It's deceptively good. Again, he's got this terrible walk speed rate, but his low forward does move him forward, which is what makes it a very strong tool for a character that doesn't move very fast. Even just there, that little micro walk back to punish the throw attempt. Oh, that was plus, and VX Bao showing him he's not respecting the plus frames. EXDP's out.
Bro, I got that ODDP on me. Light kickstand, heavy kick. Actually, it's a punish counter. Fantastic button to use in the neutral. I'm sorry, in the corner. All spinning, all the bar to go far. Yeah. Run, enhanced DP, level 3 immediately to put himself on set point. VX Bao. That similar sort of aggression that we saw, that forward momentum that he has with Cody. Wow. We see it right here with the Ken.
Yeah, I respect that. Basically, against any other character, I'd be like, hey, I don't think that's a good level 3. Like, you got so much life, you can just get one throw mix up for the game. But against JP, this is the last character you ever want to be burned out against. So yeah, just spend the 3 bars, man. Oh, try to
100%.
backdash out of there.
Try to get that throw, but backed up.
So much momentum.
He's gonna get another bar, all juiced up. Impact sneaks it in. OD, Jinrai kick, double it down with it. Gets the, into the secret Arta, sealing VX Bow. Optimal combos right there. You get that overhead, the pop-up enhance, and VX Bow burning himself out to get that victory. Dang.
Wow.
This is what you want to see. You want to see these players have multiple characters. If you're running the mirror match, you're ready. And understanding how to fight that character too as well. You can see it obviously. Drive rush, crouching medium punch to stuff the medium punch, a JP. Drive rush, medium kick, or stand pierce to get in against that character. Kakeru, who has had such good defense when we saw him at EVO, we saw him even out here, actually got crumbled by the likes of VX Bow.
Damn, and that's not even his main character. I mean, or at least it is one of them, right? He still plays Ken, and I mean, we'll see in some of the highlights here coming up, but he played out of his mind, I gotta say, in this set. Kakeru, again, probably looked like a bit of a slouch in that set, but he isn't. You know, he's obviously top 4 of EVO, and just one of my top players here to in the Invitational. So the fact that he took it over like that, I mean, extremely impressive stuff, and well earned as well. Obviously, he clearly knows the JP character, knows the counter play, and we saw it here in this one set. I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to when these guys rematch in the second part of the round robin. But yeah, we're going to see some of this gameplay. I mean, again, I think Kakeru looked a little bit uncomfortable, right? We saw him miss a couple anti-airs, and this is a big situation, right? He could have won this game so easily, but Kakeru makes a little bit of a blunder here. There's that level 2 and goes to teleport in, of course, for the mix-up, but
there's that DP.
He's so ready.
Dang. And that wasn't even an OD DP. I thought it actually was, but looking back now, there was no coloring on that DP. He just did that sucker raw to make it fall. Smart stuff. I mean, you know, he knew it was going to hit. And again, understand this character, how to fight against him. A lot of drive rush, forward momentum, or forward, like, sticking out buttons like drive rush, medium kick, stand pierce are what get in against the ghost. That's why Angry Bird, I believe, thinks that this character is super good against JP. And I think it is too. I think this character also with something we didn't get to see is like the OD fireball against like Amnesia, just in case. That wasn't even necessary in this matchup.
I saw someone say, like, why would you know, level 3 with so much of a lead? But I already mentioned it, right? JP is the last character you want to be burned out against, so you just don't want to leave him alive. And if it spends the 3 bars, and you know what? It didn't even need it in the end, closing out with the level 1 with a really optimal OD Jinrai loops in that corner's positioning. Just great play all around, man. I mean, I respect any player who can just jump around from character to character, right? Characters, you know, they're very complicated in this game. So be able to go from playing JP, one of the slowest characters in the game, one of the most defensive characters in the game, to playing Ken, insane. But anyway, we're going to be hopping up to a quick break. But if you want to keep going with the action, you can go over to the Gamers 8 at GG for the A stream, of course.
Open your eyes.
When you look into my eyes, tell me what do you see?
Tonight, I'm gonna show you the wonders of the mall.
Hey, I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose.
I need warriors.
So is this what you want to be? You wanna walk? Show me what's up, then. I'll be ready to bust in. Take everything, leave 'em with nothing.
Welcome back, guys. The Gamers 8 Street Fighter 6 32-man $1 million invitational. Nothing's changed. It's still me, Lazarus. It's still St. Color. Despite that long break, thank you guys for sticking it out. But we'll be bringing you the final games that we have for today. Isn't that right, Color?
Yeah, we don't have too much left in store for the people, but they're going to be bangers either which way. So make sure you keep that locked, loaded up on this channel. Of course, Stream A is going on as well on the other channel. So what we suggest is, again, dual streaming, dual wielding, because we have some great action out here, Street Fighter 6 style. And again, shout out to Gamers 8 for putting this on, for putting this exhibition on right after EVO. So I know there's some storylines that people wanted to see maybe possibly happen. They're giving this arena for that to possibly occur, but you know, there could be some blows that even prevent that from happening and creating new storylines. So I'm glad that we get to see that a continuation or brand new stories evolve as we go through.
I mean, hey, we saw, I think, to get into top 8, it was Mena RD versus Daigo, and that was not on stream, but you know what, you might get that on stream here in Gamers 8 on the A or B stream. But here on the B stream, we're going to be bringing you a Chun-Li into the Killjoy Jury MOV. You said Master of Vampires. Is that actually what it stands for?
Yeah, that's what it stands for.
What?
MOV, Master Vampires, and also Master the Chun-Li, also mastering. Bro, he's also a master of not blocking an overhead. He got clipped right there. Kills you as a caught in the corner.
All right, you know, Jury pressure the corner, DI, no reactions, and perfect KO coming in from Kills You for the first round. And we saw MOV, you know, do some good work up against, I think it was Angry Bird, right? So, oh wow, immediate drive reversal. Maybe he didn't want that. Maybe just was looking for a drive rush and had to be, you know, had to block something there. But either way, now got the corner. Oh,
Air legs again.
Air legs.
Against a throw. Out of there. He aware. I like that option. Pushing him back to mid-screen. I mean, she's got such good footsies that, you know, if Jury's not using drive rush, then I think, you know, Chun-Li can definitely compete.
Yeah, seems to be afraid to do a bit of drive rush in that neutral. Obviously, wants that fireball behind it. I like how neither of those fireballs interact, and they both just have to block. But that's going to kill you, finishing it off. Nice, easy confirm into that level 3 to take the first game. And I mean, after that first round, perfect. I mean, this game's going fast still.
Like MOV also, we saw just recently lose on the other stream against Vegapatch in the mirror match. So, you know, after that recent loss, he's going to have to get right back in the saddle. Kills you, maybe smelling blood in the water, getting aggressive with it, putting MOV in the corner, and that fireball, you still have to interact with continuously. Doesn't matter if you have, you know, I should just say you have to interact that fireball no matter what, right? It's a low fireball, something that she puts out that allows her to advance. We're going to have to see what MOV has in store. Azanshu may not work out. I feel like that might be even a call. You do the fireball, just call it Azanshu and find a punish on a whip.
Yep. Definitely, for sure. Hopefully we see that. I mean, just going for a reason. I don't even want to finish the combos and kind of like, I'm just going to get extra damage here. Lightning kicks, no counter hit, so no confirm though. And now coming at you. Not Ken this time, it's Jury's drive rush. Keeping that corner control, just bullying MOV. And again, I said this before, Colourite, but Chun-Li's greatest strength is that back walk speed. And in the corner, that gets taken away from you. And you can get bullied like this.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, like, her anti-throw stuff also is really nasty. Like, she don't really have it. It's going to be a back throw. Actually goes for the punish counter and spins bar. It's heavily scaled, so maybe really focusing on that corner carry. But, back throw, though, on wake up. Puts him in the corner. We might be seeing the same thing we saw previously in a possible victory.
Punish.
Here for Kills You. But here's MOV a lot more active and a lot more damaging with the secret art. Get that lead.
Super nice punish on the Fuhard charge right there. Knew immediately, obviously, did the jab into that low forward. Only works on punish counters. He's giving him a taste of his own medicine. He's like, I'm just going to DI you because it's working against me, man. And it's working against Kills You too. Here we go. 1 set point defended for MOV.
Perfect parry, gonna get a punish. Kills You don't have an excuse to not react to DI. You are younger than 35 or 30, so you should have no reaction. There we go, blocks the overhead though. Drive rush overhead again for the plus frames. Still caught up in the corner. Oh no, Squantum, you will get the play. Level 3, Kills You. Close to killing right now.
Yeah, it's not over, but Jury's level 3 is got the best like post-Oki situation here. You get a walk up for the shimmy, almost had it. Didn't quite press the button long enough to reach that the EX5 were not going to punish the roundhouse. And MOV with the conversion. That's a good start to a comeback, but you got to be so careful. The throw bait there with the forward roundhouse, but no conversion. What
no follow-up. He put him down in the corner, trying to get that throw bait right there with Azanshu, but the crouch-beating kick gets the hit, Kills You. Caught him walking back and just like that. That is Kills You 2-0 over MOV. My God, Kills You's corner pressure was ridiculous. I mean, it's like I don't want to say it's like any different than other Jury players, but it's such simple stuff that it's so effective, right? You do the fireball, and you can't do anything about that. You're locked down because he's looking for that crouch-beating punch. Would love for you to press a button so you get that counter hit preemptively. And then, of course, Kills You with that pressure. Even in mid-screen was fantastic, too. It felt like MOV didn't really have the answers at all. Azanshu on the throw bait, not really working out. Kills You not falling for that, too.
Exactly. I think
on his side.
I feel like MOV, I love watching this guy play, but I feel like he's getting too creative. I hate to say it, but like these throw baits, the elaborateness with the forward heavy kick, also the Azanshu, which we'll see coming up in these highlights. But it just feels like, you know, you're playing Chun-Li, like you don't have to try that hard. It's just walk back. You know, you got the corner pressure, you can shimmy them for days. But either way, you know what, Kills You playing extremely well. That corner pressure, just immaculate. Just really abusing what is strong about Jury, abusing the fact that, your opponent's not reacting to DI. Do it again, you know?
We got to point out once again that, they both were at EVO, but Kills You was definitely running a lot of sets. I'm not sure what, not saying MOV was not, But Kills You was at the suite. He was running sets. He was practicing. Obviously, his practice partner is one of them, at least, is Valmaster. And they sit in a Discord with like Mr. Crimson and the rest of them and talk and discuss the game. So he's going to be ready and steady for this matchup more than most.
Yeah, that's the strong part about having a good, cohort, basically, right? Is that you got to talk to people about the game in matchups. Valmaster can be like, hey, look, you should look to do this, things like that. Just really a good idea to get strong training partners in this game, especially, if you have fun playing together. The most important part about fighting games, huh? Apart from winning big money.
Definitely want to. Yeah, well, I mean, like that's the other part of it, like
that too.
Having strong training partners and having fun. And then winning money. Yeah. That all adds up. That all checks out. What checks out. What also checks out is, being able to have strong partners and continuously practice. I think having a strong scene is underrated in terms of how to get stronger. And you see it right now. Here's the effects right now. Knowing the matchup and being able to be prepared. I don't know if MOV, all right, I do know MOV was definitely not prepared for this matchup in the same way that Kills You is. You could see it in the match and how things went down. And I think if MOV maybe went for some more basic combos and things like that, no flourishes and finesses on things, maybe things a little bit more stable for him. I think that's how Vega Patch is able to get his victory. Maybe not pumping out damage when need be. But we'll have to see if MOV routes things back. Obviously first day jitters could be problematic for everybody.